Hello everyone, and welcome on in. How are you all doing tonight? Rare Saturday stream for me, and we're gonna do some Ultima 7 here in a moment. Welcome on in Squid Monarchy, and welcome on in Magashi-sama, and welcome on in Fruity Goat, and thank you so much for the gift sub. I really appreciate that. I'm sure Prism Heart will enjoy their gift sub and their emotes. But thank you, I appreciate it. Uh, yeah, let's get into some Ultima, shall we? My plan today is to get back on track with a bit of the questing stuff that I've got, the backlog of quests. There will obviously be some wandering involved in that, as I only barely know what I'm doing. But thankfully, Squid Monarchy is here to help lead the way. But yeah. Of lovely save files. Where the heck are we? I think we're on that island with that one wizard area. Here's the map. Yeah, we're here. Fortunate for you, I like watching you suffer. Aw. I knew I could count on you, Squid. Now I gotta remember where my boat is docked. Hi, kitty. I don't think there's much else to do on this island. That lovely, chunky DOS sound effects. Hey, Magashi, it's good to see you as always. How are you doing? Pew, 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 pew. There's the telescope. That was pretty neat. Look through. Oh, I get it. You're hungry. You're always hungry. This area lags out the game. When do we eat? Good place to buy spells, yeah. Oh, shit. The heck were those? Potatoes? Well, here, have a potato. Have some grapes. In that barrel. What is that? Cake! Have some cake. Just basically searching the coastline for my ship. Gotta always keep your finger on that C button in this game. You never know when little green children are gonna come out and attack you. Oh, here we go. This looks promising. This is my ship, right? Yes, it is. I do have the deed. Okay. A sailing we go. I'm glad I have a sextant, or I'd be totally lost while sailing. So this should be that northern island. Yes, with a little islet to the south of it. can't sail through that, it looks like. Fine. Quite mountainous. Oh, it's like a little oasis. Turbo boat. Yep. Don't need to worry about the direction of the wind. Hey, Fruity Goat. How are you doing? Everyone say hi to my mom. Good to see you as always. Thank you again for the gift sub. I hope you're having a good day. Hey, Mishra's Masterpiece. Welcome on in. How are you doing today? Scoping out this island. What do we have here? Where are we? Yeah, we're at the tip of this little island. Let's give it a look. Doesn't seem like there's much here. Can't complain. Just been playing WoW all day. Hell yeah. Take down the sails. Oh. What do we have here? Ooh, different music. What is this? Bell? Bell. Seems ominous. I would rather not. Thank you very much. Oops. Well, sorry guys, there goes your chance to get famous. Thank you. Thanks, I'm good. Fame is overrated, guys. Engine. Interesting. Well, now we can just remember that that's where that dungeon is. And apparently an altar with a bell. Cave here? Gravestones? I mess with this right now because I don't know what it is. Seems important. The Shrine of Honesty in the Dungeon of Deceit. Interesting. Well, make a mental note that those things are here. Do we have any food, by the way? Get these guys to stop complaining a little bit. Oh yeah, we have jerky. Give everybody some beef. Many years ago, you had to meditate at these shrines to become the Avatar. Ah. Yeah, that would be many, many years ago, I would bet. Ooh, an egg. Anybody want an egg? Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Just dead ass eat a raw egg. Delve into corresponding evil dungeons. Yeah, that makes sense. Talk to Iolo. Talk to Spark. Murder, yes. Here we go. Find myself here real quick. Father, dream day screamed. Bed. Nightmare. No, it sounds witless. Red-faced man, yes. It was the chest. Yeah, the chest. There's the same one, but I think I saw Father's scroll, just like the one on the chest. Something special for someone. Shop, the medallion, he usually wore it. Something. Stables. There. Sparks voice altars. Not tell one gargoyle from the other. Yeah, it's just man. Yeah, the hook man. Man with the hook. Thought I would run into him at Buccaneer's Den. We got some word of him, but I don't know where he is from here. Ba, 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 ba. Remember if I've been to that southern island. Sailing the seas. A sailing we shall go. We know? Map. Okay. Maybe a mysterious island not visible on the map. Ooh, I should keep an eye out for that. Fun place to visit and mark. Okay. Where are we now? Ooh, so let's go back east. See what this is. Oh. Don't know that I've been here before. Hey, remove that tentacle. Do a save. Island. Wow. Oh shit. Evil tree. Okay. I think Jana's alive. Heal. Heal. Oh, she's so... Wait, alright, that's fine. We'll just reload. I think I just saved. Who knew there'd be an evil tree right here? It's just a rock. Alright. What do we have here? Very sinister music. Swamp boots. Is that a fishing pole? No, it's a spindle of thread. Oh, it is a fishing pole. Cool. What, is this door just locked? There's a metal wall. Interesting. Yeah, I get it. You're hungry. Doesn't seem like there's anything I can do to this island except maybe get killed. Oh shit. Maybe worth remembering. Looks like Spark died. We're just gonna reload. Yeah, apparently the avatar can't die, but the party members can. Sail away. We're just gonna sail away from the tentacles. How about that? What's this? Okay, well, let's check out this island. Oh, island hopping. Probably a dock somewhere. Oh yeah, there's one. Where are we now? Our handy dandy cipher here. We are in T E third one, like an R. See that one on here. Turfin? Thank you, Magashi-sama. Turfin. That is an R. That's kind of fun. Yeah, the R translates to R. That's nice. So I just want to look for my own sake. Yep, that is an F. And then I is I. That's kind of nice. And then that line with a dash is an N. Okay, cool. Easy enough. Starting to learn how to read runes. Okay, save. Yes. Surfing. Surfing, turfing. I feel like I remember turfing being mentioned, but I don't remember when or why. And apparently we have a bad feeling. But we need to buy food. Should do that. Oh, there's gargoyles here. Gargoyle tending bar lifts a tankard to you. What's your name? To be Forbrack. Yep, that's where you heard it. It's the primary gargoyles element. Got it. Okay. You mean strong arm in the language of the gargoyles. What about gargoyles? You know many of the residents in town and some of the troubles. You used to live in the underworld, but you kind of broke that in a prior game. Well, sucks to be them, I guess. Tell me the troubles. You know of only two. You see the conflict between the shrines and the fellowship. You know the struggles of the wingless ones. Wingless versus winged. To watch wingless friends be discontented with their lot. Wonder why, but to never ask. Talk to the healer and to the trainer. You expect they will have seen evidence if there is evidence to be seen. Then they tried to murder you, but you found a way to make peace. Wow. I'm really good at that, I guess. Shrine versus fellowship. To believe there are disagreements between the old philosophy and the new. To expect no violence, but to ask you to seek the trainer and healer. To know they are observant and may have seen something. You also suggest you speak with members of the fellowship. Oh, okay. Members? Recommend you talk to their leader and their clerk. Leader? To be very friendly, to be called Quan. Clerk. To be extremely violent, he shakes his head. We named Runeb, which means red mist. Mostly Ultima VI, gotcha. To be all that he leaves of a foe after combat. Yikes. What's your job? He gestures around the room with an open hand. To serve food and drink at the Hall of Refreshment. Can I buy some food? To desire what item? You have anything? Ham might be better. 9 gold, that's not bad. 9 gold a slice? Alright. To be done. Alright, guys, let's eat. Y'all like ham. Alright, you're all fed. Save it up. You see a winged gargoyle noble in his physical prime. Hail, human, to be welcome to the House of the Altars. Be helpful to you in any way? What is your name? To be called Terragus. What is your job? To be caring for the altars of control, passion, and diligence. To be a position of great responsibility. To be especially important in these times of trouble. What trouble? To have been many disagreements in town lately. To be much tension between the followers of the principles of the altars of the followers of the fellowship. To have heard rumors of threats to the altars. Rumors. You have heard that someone in town is planning to destroy the physical representations of the altars. To be not the same, of course, as actually destroying the basic principles of control, passion, and diligence. But to be bad for us nonetheless, to be finding out for us who is planning this, if there is time, perhaps. Return to me with the evidence when you determine course of action. Be very grateful for your assistance. Altars. To be caretaker and group leader for the altars of the 3 principles. Wish to make a donation? Control. Excellent choice. To meditate at the shrine for your donation of 5 gold. Would you like to donate 5 gold? No. Tell you goodbye for now, human, to return and be welcome. Gargoyle has a pleasant expression on his face. What's your name? Be known as In for Them. In for Them. You mean make strong one. Oh. You're the trainer. This one. No. See a frowning gargoyle. What's your name? You be named Silamo. What is your job? To be the gardener, he shrugs, nothing more. He does not seem to be interested in speaking with you. Tell me about Silamo. You know my name if I were winged. He scowls at you. He really doesn't want to talk? See an aged gargoyle, bent and withered, with a regal bearing. He smiles gently. Your name? You have been many years to be your old acquaintance, Plunge, Draxinusum. Your job? To ask about job, to be unable to say that I truly have one at this time. You notice how the young ones no longer look to me for guidance anymore. You look more to Terragus, or more often to those in the Fellowship. Terragus? To be truly a fine young gargoyle, to be one of the most sensible too. Have seen fit to adhere to the old ways, the ways of the altars. You see that some of the youngest still look up to him, but the majority seem to have been wooed away by the glamour of the Fellowship. Tell you that his weanling animo is intrinsic at this time. Tell me about Inamo. Be a fine young gargoyle to have been raised by the Terragus, keeper of the altars. You have left town because of the tension between the altar worshippers and the Fellowship. You have been angry and distrustful of the Fellowship. Have news of him? Yes. To be excellent. To have seen him. To know how he is faring. To be well. Murdered. Right? He was the one, if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the ones that was murdered in the first scene, right? Am I remembering that correctly? He was the gargoyle that was murdered at the opening scene. I'm gonna say murdered. It'd be terrible news. You have been such a fine gargoyle. You know Terragus will be heartbroken. Be wishing not for him to grieve, to take to him the news immediately. Be better to hear it from you. Okay. To bid farewell, old friend. Do not be hesitating to return if there is aught else I can do. Be lonely here now for an old gargoyle dedicated to the ancient ways. Okay, Terragus. Talk about Inamo. He smiles sadly, but with obvious pride. You miss him greatly, to have raised him from an egg, to have been rather vocal in his disagreements with the Fellowship. To have felt it safer for him to leave. Sighs and then looks up hopefully. You have news of him? Yes. To be well? No. To be not well? To be terrible? To think there is anything to do to help? Too late. To be too late? To mean what by too late? To tell me what has happened. Seems very distraught. Murdered. Be murdered? Takes a step back, stunned by the news. To be murdered? To be unbelievable? To have no real enemies? He sighs heavily. To tell me, please, exactly what happened. You relate to him the particulars of Inamo's death. He sighs again. It'd be such a waste of gargoyle life. I'd be grateful if you would send news if you discover who was responsible for wanting him dead. He is quiet for a few moments, getting accustomed to the situation. To apologize, to need some time to grieve. Please, come back later. Turns away. Yep, no worries. I will do my best. The gargoyle welcomes you by making a sweeping motion with his open hand. What is your name? To be named Petra. To be new to Turfin? Yes. Tell you to talk to Terragus, Sage of Forbrack, the tavern keeper, for information about town. To help with building locations and residents. Tell me about yourself. Be the word for small valor. Tell me about Turfin. You're the town set aside for us gargoyles who wish to reside in our own culture. You have many things unique to our race, other than our appearance, that distinguish us from humans. Be different, but also equal. And what is your job? To be the seller of provisions. Ooh, can I... So during the hours of 9 in the morning and 6 in the evening. Okay. Okay, well, what about set aside? You have been put here by the humans. Be permitted to leave and also to reside elsewhere, but to know that many humans do not like us. Dislike? To be very ironic, to say that the only town with an equal number of humans and gargoyles is the one where most racial conflicts occur. He shrugs. You have been unwise, perhaps, to put so many differences together. To be sad times. Okay. Training section. What's this? This looks like a fellowship building if I ever saw one. You see a winged gargoyle noticing you. He turns and says, "To be welcome, human. You need assistance? What is your name?" To be the one named Quan. What is your job? To head the fellowship in Turfin. Tell me about Quan. To have no meaning in Gargish. Be a special name, specific to me, he smiles. Tell me about Turfin. Be the only gargoyle city in Britannia. You have fewer gargoyles in the land than during your last visit to Britannia, human. He shakes his head. Fewer? You have succumbed to the effects of disease and famine that have recently struck Britannia. To tell you that gargoyles breed less frequently, we have not had the time to make up for losses in our population. You have new hope, however, he grins, with the fellowship. Oh yeah? Tell me about the fellowship. Be a boon to gargoyles and humans alike. To have a philosophy to help all creatures of all races reach their highest level of potential. Tell me about the philosophy. An almost gleeful expression fills his visage. To be very similar to the Altar of Singularity, you have 3 principles called the Triad of Inner Strength. To apply 3 principles in unison to be more creative and happy. See the similarity? Have control, passion, and diligence mesh into one singularity. You have triad, strive for unity, trust your brother, and worthiness precedes reward. Abide in unison. Tell me about the gargoyles. You suggest talking to Runeb, the fellowship clerk, or to Quaven, who have jobs needing knowledge of others in Turfin. He grins apologetically. You'd be too busy to know all in Turfin. Tell me about the altar conflict. To understand not, he says, puzzled. Altar destruction. To know nothing of this, to believe it not, to be not possible, to know that all members are content with their lives and incapable of such acts, even if the altars be outdated. To tell you to speak with members themselves, to see and believe. Outdated. To need the triad for proper application to the individual gargoyle or person. Members. Talk to Runeb, Sarpling, and Queven. Runeb. Be the clerk of the fellowship here. Sarpling. To sell magic and such as his shop. Queven. Be in charge of the learning center. Okay. Fair enough. Hope you find unity. Some more gargoyle jewelry, like the jewelry that we found on the crime scene. Getting quite a bit far from town, but out here. What's this? Oh, that's the provisions guy, isn't it? That's right. You see a very distraught gargoyle. What is your name? Be able to call me Sarpling. What is your job? To provide various magics and items in Turfin. Tell me about the altar conflict. You know nothing about the altars. Wonder what you mean. Tell me about the fellowship. Be an important part of my life. To support the fellowship fully. Tell me about Turfin. Be the city in which you are located. Be the city of gargoyles. Tell me about the gargoyles. To know Quan is the fellowship leader. To believe he gives good guidance. He appears thoughtful. You have spoken to Draxinusum? I don't think so. To see first Draxinusum. Be leader of the city. Oh, I did talk to Draxinusum. Never mind. Yes. To see Forbach or Quavan, then to know they see all the citizens regularly. It's a lamp. Infralem. We give you greetings, human. What is your name? You'll be able to call me Sarpling. Tell me about the altar conflicts. Know nothing about the altars. To wonder what you mean. Fine. It's your job to provide various magics and items. Cups here. Hello. You are greeted by a friendly gargoyle. What is your name? To be called In Man Ilem. Human. You wish information about Turfin? Tell me about in Manilem. To be gargoyle for make healed one. Okay. Information. Tell you to seek out Draxanusum, human, or Forbrak. You have much information about Turfin. Alright. What's gargoyle for make plop plops? I think that works. I think that works, Gert. I think that works better in caps. But welcome on in, Gert Locker. It's good to see you. How are you today? The gargoyle, contented grin on his face, greets you with a handshake. What's your name? To be known as Quaven, human. What is your job? To be master of the recreation facility and learning center. To be in charge of much information valuable to the gargoyle race. Okay, tell me about Quaven. To mean problem finder. To be an observant one. Tell me about the recreation facility. To be a good place for gargoyles to go to exercise their muscles. To have many resources available, including stuffed bags to punch and practice fighting skills. Tell me about the Learning Center. To be located in the same building as the Recreation Center. Provide an excellent atmosphere for strengthening gargoyle minds. Sleepy got home late? Yeah, I understand that. Well, I hope you can get some good rest, Gert. Hey, totally official. Demon man. They're gargoyles. They're kind of like demons, though, because they're like red and horned, and yeah, they're basically demons. Tell me about Ploplos. To have a large supply of books and educational material. These are the once evil but now reformed, semi-reformed villains of this world. Tell me about the Fellowship. I want to know about the organization or the tenets. Tell me about the tenets. Yeah. What about the organization? Be a group of spiritual seekers striving to reach the highest levels of gargoyle potential. To share with all gargoyles and humans. Share? To share tenets and material well-being. Material well-being. To support financially and personally a poorhouse in Paws. To organize feasts and festivals in Britannia to help morale. Yeah, literally the last game, yep. And humans are just racist in this world. They really are. Not only against gargoyles, but basically everything that's not a white guy, which is kind of realistic. But yeah. Welcome on in, Totally Official. How are you doing today? It's always good to be a much needed group by all gargoyles and men to have needed the fellowship myself. Needed the fellowship? To have had a poor life before the fellowship, to have been pained, ignored, and mistreated by many. To be happy now in my new life. To hope to hear the voice soon. His eyes widen in excitement. To be bringing happiness to another's life soon. Another? He continues on excitedly. To be working on my first convert. To know the joy and well-being I will bring. To feel content and happy. Who's your convert? To be Betra, the provisioner. To feel content, confident he will join soon. Okay. What's the voice? Be a good voice that will help me make choices and to help win on Buccaneers Den. Oh, we got a fellow cheater here. Working. Need a little more persuasion, he looks down. Oh, to need a little more persuasion, he looks down. But to be almost ready to join. I see. Man. 3 concepts, yep. Got it. Oh, they have a puppy. Good doggy. You're my favorite customer. Who goes there? It is I. No. I'm the avatar. You gotta talk to me. Oh, it's just Draxon Newsom. Okay. Cool statue. This is quite extravagant. Who are you? To have returned. Be glad to see you again, human. He says, oh, it's Taragus. Statue? Just a statue, I guess. What does this book say? Book of Prophecy by Nexilator the Seer. Ancient prophecy tells of the final days. When the end of our world shall come, 3 signs will precede the end. Thrice shall a being of great evil come into our land, and by this it shall be known that the end is nigh. This evil one is of another race, who consider the evil one a great prophet. Yet this false prophet follows not the principles of control, passion, and diligence. One day the false prophet will come and desecrate our most holy shrine. Gertlocker says, I would love if someone in the game would recognize it's night when you try to talk to them in their homes at night. They would just respond to you with, you're in my house, it's 3 a.m., get out. I know, right? But they're sort of like, what was that noise? Oh, hello, Avatar. And they just go into normal conversation. And the false prophet will steal our most holy artifact, the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom. This shall be the first sign of the end. Then it is written in the false prophet shall descend deep into the bowels of the earth. The false prophet will cause the underworld to collapse. This will cause great earthquakes to tear our world asunder, and there will be time of plague and famine. This shall be the second sign of the end. One last time shall the prophet come. This time the false prophet will come with a band of warriors. They will destroy all that remains of the gargoyle race. This is only one way that this prophecy may be averted. That is, by the sacrifice of the false prophet. Another book in here. Same book. The Book of Forgotten Mantras. Interesting. Guess I'll have to remember that if I ever need to know forgotten mantras. Rest in this gargoyle futon. Sure he doesn't mind. Can I not? Is it just not comfy for me? It's fine. Is there a fellowship meeting happening right now? There sure is. I kind of want to see what their fellowship meeting is like. Gargoyle seems to be too busy conducting the fellowship meeting to speak with you now. The winged gargoyle begins his sermon. You see the gargoyle clerk taking notes in the corner. Talk tonight about why the fellowship is important to your lives. You know that each of us is sought the fellowship to feel complete. You have had dreams and longings. To be very true. You know that others who are not members have given up their dreams. You see that they succumb to the mediocrity of their lives to find stability. This is truly boring. Let us get some food. I am hungry. To see them begin to produce unreal ideas, become misaligned, to stray from the true path to seek, to lose contact with reality, he sighs, to find failure, not success in what they do. To be very sad. You know, he smiles, that each of the members present has faced such an awakening into the real world. to find in the order to clear a clear path to reach what we seek. The members present all stand and shout. It's time for us to depart, Plunge. Fair enough. Bow, 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 bow. Ah, there we go. Sleep for 8 hours. Arise, Plunge. Let's save here. Surfing. Alright, we're gonna take a short break. I'll be right back, everybody.